Okay,
all right, let's do this.
Let me get my phone.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
What's going on across the sea? It ain't nothing I ain't got, and shorty come live with me.
Daddy. No, what's the song with Tamar Braxton?
No, I don't.
Yeah, here it goes. Are you recording now?
Ooh, I can do Jeanette.
Y'all ready?
Jeanette Harris.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Is it recording?
No, you ready?
It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna get
5, 4, 3, 2. Hey!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, y'all.
Hi.
Man, welcome to Adulting the Podcast.
Hi,
the first
welcome.
episode that we are having into the new year.
Yes, finally, we're so happy to be back.
Hey,
Hi, people on the
guys.
street.
So right now we are actually recording live from Detroit Foundation Hotel in the Foundation Studio.
Hi, you
Hi,
guys.
Foundation Studio.
What's up, Graham?
Yes, this is in Detroit, Michigan. Thank you guys so much for having us. I really appreciate it. I love this space. Such a soft space.
It is.
Jinx. It's just like real warm and like I don't know, very
Beautiful.
American and all this wood and like old life and old yesteryears around. Look at that trunk. Look at that trunk.
Nobody can see that trunk. Also, there is a candle in here that smells a freaking amazing.
Amazing.
It is by Detroit Rose Ritual. Deidre, shout out to you. This foundation candle is freaking amazing. I think it's called, what is it called? Foundation Smoke. It's dope.
Oh.
You guys can purchase that on Detroit Rose Ritual. At
Yeah, it's a
DetroitRoseRitual.com.
very like campy, very earthy, woodsy type with a mixture of like a cabiny warmth. It's very nice.
Oh, is that on the?
No, that was me.
That was on the label. That was a
was
label
me.
read.
That was me.
Okay.
My favorite part about the new studio is you can see people walk past in the window being very cold and frigid while I'm very warm and not frigid.
Okay, so that just shows.
Oh wow.
Yay!
I feel
I'm not doing.
I'm just
this
kidding.
outside.
The windows are nice though.
They are nice.
No, they are.
They're big. All right, hey guys. Welcome to the new year, 2018.
2018.
New year with a fresh trim. Just kidding. My pussy is still as hairy as it was last month.
Okay, what you gonna do about it?
Nothing, because I feel like a new woman anyway.
Woo! Shake your titties.
Or lack thereof. I'm okay. Oh,
We'll shake them for you.
thank you guys. I
See?
appreciate it.
We're feminists in 2018.
I don't want to shake the table.
You're shaking the table. Now he doesn't really want to shake the table.
This bitch.
So
My best friend's ladies.
do you guys have any resolutions? I didn't necessarily make any resolutions, but a lot of things have changed this week. Has anything changed for you?
I don't want to call them resolutions. I just
Okay.
want to call them things that I need to do
Really?
to get where I need or to get where I want to
Have
go
you
in
started
2018. Yes, I have. Some are struggles, which was expected. Some are pretty manageable, so I'm happy about it so far in the first week. Hi.
What'd you do? You didn't really say anything.
Yeah. So diet, not eating red meat, not eating pork, not eating things that aren't good for my body. Like I'm about to be 26 years old in 2018. I know.
Fuck yeah.
So I really want to be health conscious and like time, like making sure my time is as valuable as everything else. Like making sure that I'm on time to things, making sure I'm not having people waiting. You know, because it creates extra anxiety that you don't really need.
Are you being shady?
No.
Because I was late?
Well, no, I didn't say you guys.
Someone's triggered.
I mean, but you
Smith and
know,
Wesson.
Shut the fuck up.
I did call it.
Did you
know,
call what?
before we got here?
Are we doing this?
Did you call what?
Oh
No,
my
I'm just
God.
saying. No, it's
You didn't call me on my cell phone.
No. I
No,
didn't
that's
call
not what
you.
he said.
No.
Okay, no, I know what he did.
Oh, okay.
But no, we were on the phone. It was almost 4:30.
It was almost 4:30.
It was almost 4:30, and we were getting our rides. I was like, oh yeah, we'll definitely do this before.
I texted you at 4.
And then wait. I know. Whatever time. It was in the 4 region.
He doesn't have his time.
And me and Dante were FaceTiming, and I was like, watch, you're about to get that text. Hey, I'm going to be 15 minutes late.
Isn't that funny?
Wait.
Isn't that funny?
But then immediately, immediately, it said, boop, boop. And Dante was like, there it is. I was like, oh.
So we're all clear.
No shade, though.
No.
It was just great.
I'll be even more shaders. All right?
I didn't shade. It was her.
On this all new episode of Shaders. Just so we're all clear.
That sounds
I got
awesome.
here at like 5:48. All right. And when I got here, we still didn't have what we needed. Because the two motherfuckers who did get here
Wait.
time,
Don't do
Now you
two.
throwing us under the bus?
Don't do
You
two.
throwing us under the
Don't
bus?
do two.
Oh,
Don't do
no.
How many am I doing?
Don't do two.
I'm not.
Let's do one.
Because I'm doing both at this
No.
time.
I'm not.
I
doing
was
this.
gonna. Before I was gonna go
But
get
y'all
it.
were on the phone.
Doron and
at 4:30.
Lisa,
So
we
y'all
are
on the
talking
phone.
about
No,
our
so
personal
we-
lives in the middle of our episode.
No, we're talking
Pay
about.
it.
No, this has to do with him.
She was supposed to get the SD card.
This
She
is
paid it. You were supposed to be here on time.
No, I
you paid
didn't.
it. I thought I had an SD card. No,
Why
you
you
did.
yelling?
We were
Why you
sitting here
yelling?
at the table. You
Stop
said,
yelling.
I'll get it. That's what you said. So anyway, I thought I brought an SD card. I brought a flash drive. Here we are in 2018,
brings
still
a flash
making.
drive when they ask for an SD card.
A 30-year-old.
So, anyways, Dante's resolutions are to get his shit together.
All right, it's me. It's me who needs to do it, guys.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Okay.
My wig is snatched.
Anyway,
But
I don't even think you had
Mine
time for a resolution for the New Year's
Oh,
Eve.
did he
no, I, just
resolve?
never,
You
I
had.
stopped making resolutions like 4 years ago.
Because he doesn't hold any of them up.
No, because it's no point.
Right, okay. Anyways, he doesn't have goals in his
I
life.
have every
and that's
resolution
all
I
know.
wanted to make.
All right, so anywho, what is it?
But other than
What
that,
was my resolution 2 years ago? Live on my
Oh.
own in a brand new apartment with a dishwasher, hardwood floors, a nice view.
Okay,
girl.
Washer and dryer in unit.
right.
Okay, girl.
That was your only
But you know, just to
resolution?
continue to
my
have
goal.
really, really good skin, to continue to like grow my hair out and let it flourish.
You think it
Continue
looks good like
to
that?
Don't be a hater.
It
No,
does.
it looks
It
great.
does. It
No,
looks
I'm
great.
actually.
And you know, continue
I'm really
to
glad.
to grow this podcast. This is a resolution, something I want to commit to growing this podcast and developing our platform, and you know, really being a voice of Detroit, or a voice, period, nationwide, international,
I love
you know, steps.
I love it.
High code people out there.
I feel like I'm on an episode of ABC today.
What
Okay.
The
Is
Today
it,
Show?
is it ABC?
was your
I was-
resolutions or goals for 2000? Or do we do goals? Whatever
It
you want to
doesn't
work on.
matter.
Whatever that word was.
What was the word? Resolutions.
Goals? I want to say goals.
I don't want to say resolution.
We
'cause
can say
make
goals.
goals.
I'm fine with goals.
That sounds like not
you guys just
committing
don't
to
like
something.
the word resolution.
Yeah, it sounds,
overly used.
it sounds loaded with
It's common. It's common
the
for the
idea
new
that
year.
you won't do it at all.
It's loaded with New Year's resolution.
And you can pay it until next year. Like, that's what I don't know.
And pretty much are going to pay it until
I don't know what planet y'all live on.
I don't know who
truly
this
commit.
is, but dear God.
I know he's amazing.
Okay.
Feel like a police officer.
Anywho, okay. On your phone.
That's Luca from the freeform show Grownish,
Oh,
starring Yara Shahidi, who is 17, and I did not know that.
Didn't need to know that.
You didn't know she was 17.
No, I thought she was a smooth 19.
No, she's not a smooth 19.
She's playing a 21 or an 18-year-old
She sure is.
or 19-year-old.
So she's playing to her age.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
gorgeous girl, gorgeous girl.
What were your goals?
My goals? Well, thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday was a couple weeks ago. December 19th. Oh, damn. Low shots? I'm 25, y'all.
You were talking.
And it's all downhill from here.
You should know.
I'm actually, so to say that, right, in saying that, 25 was like a goal year for me.
Yeah.
Always. And
I'm paying attention, but you know I'm also multitasking.
I know. I failed.
Lisa.
I did.
Oh.
I failed at what I wanted to do by 25.
Yeah.
But, however, in being 25, like I went on vacation. I went to California. Spent some time with my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I like hiking. I like being outdoors. And we went hiking. Oh, man. I wish I could remember this hill. Doesn't really matter. It's for us. All right, so we went up this hill. We got to the top. It was great. It went awesome. And then I had a moment atop the hill where there's like, they have like some benches up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my headphones on, started listening to, I can't remember the song, it doesn't matter, but it was meditation music. And I just started crying. And I just felt the wind and everything. It was just like an epic moment for me. And in that moment, I was like, yo.
I've been crying since January 1st. Like, at least once a day. I don't know what's going on.
But,
You know, remember, like, I know it's frustrating when you guys have to deal with, when I have to, like, talk about shit we don't really talk about, and I'm forceful about it. But I think that's, like, okay, people who go and get a massage who have never gotten a massage, right? And they've had this pain for years, and they're like, oh my God, please do something. They finally, work up the money because they don't have fucking healthcare to get a chiropractor. So the chiropractor's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And you've seen the crack videos. Like, generally after they get those extreme cracks, they cry. They like cry because that tension that's built up inside of them, that emotional tension, it becomes physical because you don't release it healthily, or you don't talk about it, or you don't really let it out. You just like bottle up.
yeah.
So I think that's probably what that was.
I feel that.
Probably your third eye just like, opening up like, ooh, what's this?
Well, you want me to be honest? So I got there on a Saturday, and on Sunday I got a massage. I got a deep tissue massage. My birthday was on
sounds
Tuesday,
amazing.
so it kind of was like a full-blown release into the new year.
Yes, God.
And my back has been tense because I do wear everything, like everything on my shoulders, like all up in here.
That's the black in you.
And I can feel myself like get mad at people. It just goes up. My shoulders be up in my ears, just angry. But yeah, it was a full metal.
Don't look at me.
A full release. It was a full release. And my resolutions this year, because of that, my goals this year, I really need to. Last year, I focused on emotional growth, and this year, it's more of like a doer, like like normally, everything I do is, I'm not gonna lie, is talk. I do shit. I put shit behind, my words, but it's really been okay, I'm gonna do this. And then in May it won't get done, but then I'll try and do it in June. I'll be bullshitting. But this year, in this last week, everything that I have wanted to do, I actually did. There was no procrastination, there was no bullshit. And it kind of goes back to like our second episode about P versus PP, which is the procrastination versus what was it? Personal
productive procrastination and
priorities.
Priority.
Wow, we should
Productivity.
But that kind of like, and we just had that conversation a couple months ago, but it's just now happening for me. Like those things.
Pimp yourself versus productive procrastination.
He did it.
Yeah. I was still thinking like.
Those things are so minuscule now. Like those things get done, and the bigger goals are on the horizon. I'm really excited for this year. I'm kind of just flowing with everything and doing what I set out to do instead of just letting it be.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel at ease this year. Like I don't feel like.
We meditated into the new year.
Yes, we did.
So Doron and I want to suggest some meditation to you guys, but I am so not prepared. That's really fucked up. But guys, look up Michael Sealey on YouTube. I like Michael Sealey a lot. His last name is spelled Sealey. His voice will kind of put you to sleep, but he'll put you on a guided meditation.
It was
like
great.
Warp. Doron's never done meditation with me. He did meditation with me, and the rest of his day was beautiful. And if you want to receive text messages from your friends the next day about how much they love you, because you make their world better,
I mean, I said the guided meditation was nice.
I was like, whoa, they got narcissists real fast.
As it always does.
All
right,
if I may, my goal.
Go ahead.
So my goal, sorry, you know me long-winded. My goal is to find the balance between taking the steps necessary to be successful in 2018. Because I look back in 2017 and I was successful in a myriad of different ways. Like I say each third of the year had something, monumentous happen in regards to a blessing or an opportunity or you know, somebody I'm collaborating with or working with, and just like a major stepping stone to where I want to be. And so, like, keeping in mind where I want to be in my adult life and not losing the part of me that was 5 years old screaming and singing and dancing at the top of his lungs in the living room when mama was at work. And like, you know, there's a quote that one of my coworkers told me that the word adulting, or the word adult, came from adult being adulterous, which was when you were being of not like yourself. You're being somebody other than yourself. And so like the word adult is literally derived from, you know, when you're not a child, when you're your most self, your most truest 100% self, and you become this other form of being that have to, you know, obviously, as we said in the past, pay bills, wash our ass, you know, all of these responsibilities. You're becoming most unlike yourself, most childless, I should say. And so I want to find this year the balance between keeping that part of me, that childish part of me that's healthy, you know, and not destructive, you know what I'm saying? Like going out to wee hours in the morning and then doing that to my body and then having to be awake at work on time, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I get there on time, but it's just like, you know, I don't want to be that girl that has to that's to catch herself because her knees are buckling in the middle of her shift, you know what I mean? That tired. But still find myself in the right events, at the right, you know, clubs? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? In the right settings that will propel me closer to whatever the end game I thought I saw at 5 years old was, you know, whatever the picture of success looks like, or it becomes this year, because it won't be the same last year, and it won't be the same next year, and it won't be the same in 3 months. And so, yeah, so keeping hold to my true self in his most childishness, and then capturing that so that I can balance it with my most prosperous self as an adult. That's my goal for this year.
I like that. I really enjoy that goal. I really do.
I think with all that you said, I agree with all that you said. And just for me, I really just want to change my perception of how I see life and how I see the day to day. Because, I don't know, it may not have felt like I was very successful, but I was very successful in 2017.
I mean, but did you sit there? Yeah, I was just about to say, I worked with a lot of photographers last year, and I meant to, like, write that down. Not write that down, but, like, make a portfolio of all the work that I did last year. And now I'm kind of playing catch up. And I want to do that this year, because I feel like if I'm more conscious of what I am doing and what I have done, I won't be so hard on myself.
Right.
Because even slow progress is progress. Even slow work is still work. Okay? What you feeling?
Even with that, like, I feel like there's no speed. Like, because I feel like, at least for me, that anxiety comes from me feeling like something was supposed to be done by this point in time, but time is so relative. Like, it's so, like, time never feels the same each day. Like, each day is something different. Like, I feel like 5 minutes feels like a half an hour some days, and then 5 minutes feels like 2 seconds.
You have to consciously
you know
that, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying,
you can't be like, oh my God, it's winter time, I have to stay in the house, and then all of a sudden in summertime, you just kind of break out of your shell. You can't allow there to be barriers. No, I'm saying, like, you can't allow there to be barriers for you not to be your
or even submitting to, like, time stereotypes. Like, I feel like I've been on, well, not even we've been on this constant, whether we were trying to do something or whether we were talking about doing something, or whether, like, I felt like each day was something else. Like, there was something else going on, something else that we had to get done together and apart, and then managing that, and then, like, what's the next goal? Like, I felt like in 2017 I caught up to myself. Like, okay, so there was a point where I was just like, so what's next? Like, what do you want to do? Like, and then like having time, like, slow down, like, immensely, because it's like, what do I want to do? And then, like, everything doesn't feel so rushed. Everything doesn't feel so immediately or immediate. I don't have to have instant gratification. I can just think and take time to myself, be alone, and you know. That's
something that I've had to learn this year. We're only a weekend, but that is something that I've had to learn this year, is that Damn, I just lost it. Damn, Doron, what did you just say? Hold on, wait. I literally just lost
Catching up
it.
to himself, you know, which allowed him time and patience to really think about what the next move is.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't done that. I haven't done that until this very week. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Not gonna lie. I wasn't ready for 2018, but I did accept. I was like, yo, I'm over the boundaries.
Ready for anything.
I'm over the boundaries of like what age does to you.
Yeah.
After 25, I was like, oh, okay. Well, here I am, and the world hasn't ended, and so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I have nothing left now. So that's what I did.
I think what we're all talking around though is like,
What are we talking about?
this, and I hate to say it
What?
because I don't know, from my background, growing up in DPS, this word is real loaded with a lot of anxiety and pain and anguish. But I think you're talking about around the difference between discipline and self-discipline, and like.
It's always some versus type shit with you.
Huh? You mean? And like, you know,
he always brings up DPS.
Always.
Do I always bring up DPS?
You in the
No, you
Lex
always bring
6.
up DPS, Doron.
Why do I bring up DPS?
She
I
wouldn't
didn't.
go to
I
DPS.
never went to DPS, so I know I
Probably
know.
does to talk shit about them.
She does.
No.
It's better.
DPS is
Downriver
Detroit
public schools.
No, you always bring up that you were from Detroit and how it shaped you. In some
Right. No.
way.
Well, I always try to give my my 2 cents from my road of life because I don't want to talk out of turn and speak for somebody else. So I'm like, well, you know, I went to DPS, and in DPS, the word discipline is like, it means something completely different than it should, especially now in my adulthood. As I learned it when I was younger, it's like, oh shit, I'm being disciplined. Oh no, this is bad, as opposed to having a healthy form of discipline, which will speak to my self-discipline. I got self-discipline when I got into Wayne State, and I was just like, all right, I'm done this partying shit. It's time for me to be a bad bitch. Yeah, that happened sophomore year when I was trying to actually kill it in my program as opposed to just coasting by and like, oh, class, you know. And I think that's what we were talking around. It's like the difference between the two.
I don't necessarily know we're talking about the difference between the two, but there definitely has to be discipline implemented in my life. So.
Well, no, because I feel like there's
I give it
validity in like what you feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like doing that, and then finding something, or maybe not finding, but just doing whatever the fuck you feel like doing. I feel like there's validity in that, and then having a balance between being ain't shit, you know, laying in the bed all day, which is
you know
great,
what's fun?
or reading that book, or working on that project that you could have done.
Did you guys watch Dave Chappelle's
Yeah.
comedy? No, yeah, okay. All right,
The new one.
Cool. The new one that came out on New Year's Eve. There was a part in it at the very beginning, on the very first one, where he was standing in front of that big stage, where he made a joke about how he has like a fishbowl of
A joke, punchlines.
Punchlines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna do this year.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've had punchlines on a piece of paper, but they're still punchlines. I'm gonna start using them. It makes me feel good.
I feel you.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
I really do. I've read a lot more this year. Yep, it's been 7 days. I've read a lot.
In 7 days compared to 365.
In all seriousness, I have read so many articles about like Bitcoin and fucking cryptocurrency, this thing called ClickBank, because I'm trying to create passive income this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I like our podcast, but our podcast doesn't necessarily make too much money right now.
Not yet.
And I don't like jobs because, well, I hate jobs, and micromanagement is a bitch. So passive income,
Especially when they don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, and to be honest with you, I'll get a job. You know, I mean, like, I'll get jobs, and then I'll be there for months, and then I already know I'm over it. So then I leave, but I don't have anything left. So that's when passive income comes into play, and like stockpile, those things that can just make you money as long as you are, you know what I mean, applying yourself. You get it?
Disciplined.
That's, okay, sure.
The major change for me, this in the past like 7 days or whatever, how many days it's been, it's like not giving a fuck about like what other people think about how I spend my time.
Amen.
Like just saying no, I'm not doing that. No, and being comfortable with saying, even if I said yes earlier that day, that if I don't want to do it anymore, then I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Can you give me a full example? Because that was just
I
bullshit.
can.
No, go ahead. I want anybody
What
to
she
give me
talking
an
about
example, 'cause that shit's
yesterday
vague.
when the bitch said she was coming over. Eventually, and then it was just like, I was like, come over. Shane's coming over. Bye. Okay, yeah, give me a minute. You know, all right. I mean, I'm in a bed. And like every time I chimed in, like 2 hours. I was like, so it's paid? I mean, it's not yet. You know, I might come over later still. Never
Well,
show.
Doron, that just sounds like you.
So right, I was just like, so like,
but like,
so her
now I don't
feeling
feel
guilt.
bad about it.
Right. That,
No, here's what you should feel bad about. No, here's what you should feel bad
here's
about.
what I should feel
Here's
bad.
what you
Okay.
should feel bad about.
Okay.
When you decide to unfaithfully commit. Because here's what you end up doing. The other night you were supposed to come over to our house, right? Actually, it was New Year's Eve. Yeah,
it was
Homeboy was
New
supposed to
Year's
come to my motherfucking place. We were supposed to have a really nice night. He even said he was going to come over at 1 a.m.
I did.
I got home. It was like 12. Time passes. Call Doron. Oh, yeah, I just got home. Blah, blah, blah. Doron calls me back. Oh, hey.
No, the Doron.
So I stopped him. No. I stopped him. I was like, oh, so you in the house. I hear you. I was like, so I don't hear nothing. Because he's full of shit.
Just-
don't unfaithfully commit.
Silent and dark behind.
But
if you don't want to do it, if you don't feel like
But
doing
no,
it,
I
if you know
did.
it's not gonna happen, then
I
don't.
did want in that situation.
You're setting up expectations.
Yes, I understand that. So I will try not to do that as much. But what I
And when you do get ready to cook, I'll stop. Okay.
What you should hear though is that you have two bitches who are bad as fuck, who love you and want your company, and that's something to be
No, I'm
grateful
okay.
in 2018.
I just wanted you to make, commit.
I mean, yeah.
So, I don't really
Well,
love you.
I commit. I commit when it
You
counts.
commit when you care.
And
So, this is your resolution right here.
no. I commit when it counts. Like when we have to be somewhere. When there's a meeting
What's your
or a
hand doing
date.
right there?
I'm putting the energy.
Where is
where it needs to be. So in the time, I feel like in the times where it matters.
You know what? Yeah, Doron is always good for coming
Let's,
in.
as a collective
No.
group.
No.
Speaking of committing.
Yeah, you know what?
It's gonna come out.
So here's what I want to say.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say. All right, I love you. I love you, Bo. All right.
Here she
In
goes.
2018, here's what we're gonna do. All right. As
What
a collective,
we-
me,
we-
Doron, and Dante.
Oh,
y'all.
whoa.
Here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna make
But
this.
something I haven't already done.
Just shut the hell up. Okay. We're gonna make this commitment to you guys. All right, to stay true, to continue to have honest conversation, to even bring conversation up that we're not even ready for yet, that we haven't even implemented, because somebody needs that motherfucking advice. And if you're anybody like, Doron, call 1-800 I can't fucking help you. Because I can't help you, bitch. You got to make decisions for yourself.
Damn. Oh my God.
So
Carrie. No, wait. No, we're not doing that.
you're gonna drop your phone. Stop being on the fucking table.
Don't
We're
shake
not
the table.
going to do
Who about to
that.
shake the table?
Okay, look. I
on,
put something
Michelle.
soft underneath. Jeez, it's fine if it falls now.
His phone is
Look
sitting
where his
up.
finger. Look what his hand
Stop!
is. You see where his hand was? He wanted to pull that cord so bad.
Dante, what kind of phone do you have? Tell him what kind of phone you have.
For what? What am I telling you?
Just
that
say it.
for?
Say it. What kind of phone?
I have an iPhone.
I have an iPhone.
So anyway.
Anyways, he has the most
No.
brand new iPhone.
Y'all, they got
and he
shit to
is
do with
very
shit.
delicate
It's
about
so
it.
crazy.
So this is his resolution.
This nigga got shit
This
to do
is
with
goal
shit,
for
y'all.
2018. Not to
What?
drop that motherfucking phone.
Again.
Or lose it again.
That is a great goal.
There's his goal.
No, my goal by February is to get a fucking phone case for it.
Good
But guess
goal.
whose birthday's in motherfucking 2 weeks?
Okay,
I would want.
Oh. Dante's birthday.
I do want.
I know when her birthday is.
I do want to say this though. I do want to say this though.
Why so wet?
I feel like I don't know. It's usually it's you, bitch, eating some goddamn food, so don't do me.
Shout out to the apparatus room. I just had a really good.
Was it really good, or were you just really hungry? Because I've
toast.
heard mixed reviews about the apparatus room. No shade. No shade.
No,
No, it was actually delicious. Continue.
Okay.
We're recording
in the Foundation Hotel.
which is
Look, this is what we should do as a group. This should be our our 2018 goal that because it's gonna be something we have to keep at.
To get money.
Ooh, yes.
I've been doing that, so just get mine.
For our podcast, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say for it.
Oh, yes.
But that would be cool.
I'm down with that.
I mean, like, leave, our carries from 2017.
And Lucy Lou's, our Carries and Lucy Lou's and Cameron Diaz's, no.
You know what? You know what's really annoying? The fact that even in the beginning, even in the beginning of the new year, even in the beginning of the new year, you're the one carrying all these bags, and you want us to stop carrying on you from last year. That's essentially what you just said.
No, it isn't. It's sad that you didn't hear what I was saying.
No, I heard you.
I'm sure you heard me, but you weren't quite listening, darling. I was saying that, let's start afresh, start anew, as a group, as a team.
Okay, I'm down.
I've been down since we had that talk in the summer. Love y'all. Anyways, I hope this really helped everybody else get their goals together, because
No, fuck that. What was your resolutions? What were your goals for 2018? Because so many people welcomed it on.
we just
I heard.
ours.
No, not.
Oh, you talking about them?
Our audience. Our co-hosts.
Your finger was lit. Your finger was lit.
Yeah. No. Because I've seen so many New Year, New Me.
Can you step back from the mic? I feel like you just.
Am I really into it?
Pop it in your mouth.
You guys.
I kind of like it, yeah. I like the metal on my face. No.
That's
I feel like I saw a lot of
said.
New Year, New Me type of posts that weren't that obviously direct.
Walking up
and
the stairs.
I didn't. How dare you come at the queen? No, and I don't know. I feel like, do y'all really take stock in resolutions anymore? Does a new year mean anything to you other than thank God he didn't push the button and we're still alive? There's what is it that, and if it does, what is your resolution? What is your goal for 2018? And help us help you. You know what I'm saying? Because I would really like some insight in regards to. I don't know. I just see myself constantly working towards stuff and not necessarily implementing. I don't plan shit out that much. I'm just like, oh, okay, the next thing I need to do in order for me to get this done is this. All right, when I feel like doing it, I'm gonna do it.
I started making plans. You know, it's
I mean,
really
because
fucked
sometimes
up.
planning you can fall down a plan hole and just be like, look at all the plans I have. Look at all the things I have to organize my success in the upcoming days and weeks and months and years, and then you just get lost planning. You just plan.
But no, I think it's planning. I like planning because you plan it and just let the steps happen. You know what I'm saying? Let the steps form.
Nigga, what?
I feel like planning is just
what was planning to you?
This is ridiculous. I see two ends.
No. What's planning to you? How do you
planning for me? There's something that I want to do, so I think about at least 3 to 4 steps that will get me closer to doing that, or just doing it.
Right.
And do them.
Okay.
I usually write them down in my journal, and do them. Don't overcomplicate the plan. That's my goal for 2018. Well, another one. Just don't trust the process. What I keep hearing new niggas say. Trust the process. Even though,
Artists.
Yeah. What does that mean?
What's your process? New artist. No. What's planning for you? I'm not hating. There's no hate.
What's planning for me?
Yeah.
That's a totally different story.
Ugh. Can you take this?
I
Totally different story.
can't help that my voice is sultry at times. Or that I can be like Morgan Freeman and tell you a story like this.
Was that a Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman's a black man.
I'm Marigan Freeman.
Actually, that's fairly cool. That's pretty accurate. American Freeman.
Oh. When do you get Irish? Planning.
When you
planning has actually taken on a whole new meaning for me. I do definitely plan. I don't get lost in planning. Normally, I actually don't really plan shit out at all. But I have been planning this year. Also, I planned 5 years ahead because my 30th birthday is in 2022 on a Monday. And for some reason that intrigues me, so I just started planning ahead of time because of that. I'm afraid to be 30.
Well, my birthday's on the 22nd day of this month on a Monday. Isn't that weird?
No. And I really took the time to be like, okay, for example, I have this older lady, Sharon, who was telling me about a family, a family reunion that she is planning in 2 years ahead of time. It's all set. I was like, whoa. So how does that make you feel? She was like, that it's done and it's over with, and I don't have to worry about anything until be there. Until just be there.
Ooh, I like that.
And I was like, exactly.
Yeah.
Because running the risk of being last minute with shit like anymore just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired.
It does not make any sense because you're setting yourself up for failure. Like you really are setting yourself up for things to go wrong instead of just being completely prepared.
Y'all feel like this is what I realized last year that kind of pissed me off about myself. It's like when I procrastinate and it's last minute for something, like I perform better.
In certain situations, I definitely understand that.
I mean,
I like pressure situations for certain things.
Yeah.
But shit like
I perform better, but it's like I'm so anxiety ridden. Like I don't enjoy what I'm doing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that. Yeah. So I guess I'll add that to my list of goals for this year is to plan out things a little bit more, but that's already been implemented.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you a planner, bitch. You plan down, but like to execute without any. And then I don't know, for me to take the preemptive strikes for when I have to execute whatever the steps are.
Execution is a bitch.
When I have to do it, is that it's not a matter of it being last minute or
somebody else forcing
me
it
being
upon
too
you.
anxious about it. Yeah,
you know, it's different when you have an obligation when there's somebody else involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll force you to do your shit quicker, or to be more on point with it. When it's just left up to you, depending upon how much you love yourself.
Rant will definitely.
To be honest with you,
get your shit right together. You found self-discipline real hard when rant was.
All of a sudden, now you're in the strip club and you didn't even realize how you got there.
Okay.
Oh damn.
She said rant, huh?
Well,
wow.
here I am.
How about it?
How'd you find me?
Rant.
Uncle Tommy. Don't tell me, Mom. Anywho. Yeah, so answer those questions for Dante, guys.
Yeah, y'all, what's y'all resolutions? What's y'all goals? Do y'all even do this every year? Is this a thing?
What y'all think about our goals? I really want to know. Also, again, shout out to Detroit Foundation Hotel for having us today in the Foundation studio. You guys are amazing. It is amazing in here.
We really appreciate it.
Detroit Foundation Hotel, you guys should look that up and stay here.
Have a staycation.
Best water I've had all year. Really great.
Oh my God. If you don't know anything about Detroit Foundation
she
Hotel,
added, like,
all you need to know is that it's an old firehouse that was turned into a hotel.
Yes.
Amazing. Shout out to Amber Powers. I believe that's her last name. I hate if I mess that up. That's a mess. But it is Amber Powers. It's Amber Powers. Again, shout out to the apparatus room because,
it was
that
good.
hummus toast was delicious.
It was good. Okay.
Shout out to Detroit Foundation's Wi-Fi because it's gotten us all the way through here and it's keeping my daughter busy.
Real occupado
on Netflix watching La La Loopsy.
Okay, La La Loopsy.
La La Loopsy.
Yay.
And thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming into this new year with us.
You know.
We had a bit of a hiatus because December was
let me tell y'all about holidays.
A tricky month. But we're back and we're better. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you can always send them to adultingthepodcast@gmail.com. Otherwise, we will see you guys on Wednesday for our recording. Dante has to do Damn, I Wish I Was Grown.
Damn!
Before we get out of here.
I wish I was grown. Hi, so y'all know it's 2018 now. It's January. Here we are in the new year. Oh, it's here. And the bitch is about to be a year older. I ain't telling you how old. So don't ask.
35.
But in the midst of this new year for me, I wanted to congratulate, shout out, and obviously declare someone that I greatly respect as this year for the Adulting the Podcast. First! Damn, I wish I was grown. Her name is Jeanette Pierce. Woo! Jeanette Pierce is what you would call a social entrepreneur and lifelong city resident who grew up in Morningside neighborhood on the east side of Detroit. She is the founder and CEO of the Detroit Experience Factory, which is at 123 Monroe Street in downtown Detroit. It is Detroit's only welcome center, which is crazy because Michigan's welcome center is in Southwest Detroit, and you'd think a place like Detroit is on the up and up these days, so you would have a welcome center. It is a nonprofit.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Nonprofit organization, and is a 5013C nonprofit company, and she explicitly gives out the story of Detroit from past, present, and future, what is to come, by giving out tours. Now, in these tours, of course, you can go by sites that, you know, many of you have already heard of, like the Renaissance Center, Belle Isle, Hart Plaza. But in the midst of all of that, she gives you history as to, like, you know, how people like Henry Ford helped shape this city and, like, its problems. How places like Hamtramck or Highland Park, cities within cities, exist. And she gives you a thorough look into what the steps to kind of the social problems that happen in Detroit and Metro Detroit are and how they came to be. She speaks about, you know, I-75 and how that was put up by Cobo and got rid of Paradise Valley. She gives you real, as I like to put it, the real shit about Detroit over the years. I like that. So, and she does it in an unbiased way that kind of like helps you understand the challenges. You know what I mean?
That's great.
So
shout out to her.
Shout out to Jeanette Pierce, and you know, also shout out to my co-stars for keeping at this, and being, you know, forthcoming and devoting their time with me to this venture. I hope you guys enjoy our podcast, and get back to us. Jeanette Pierce said Detroit Experience Factory. Damn! I wish I was great.
All right, you guys can definitely follow us on Instagram at Adulting the Podcast.
Facebook at Adulting the Podcast.
SoundCloud and iTunes at Adulting the Podcast.
My Instagram is Lisa Carielle, LisaCarielle. That's on IG. Find me.
Hi, mine is Dante.Jones.Detroit. That's Dante. It's in the Inferno, the Italian poet. DanteJones.Detroit.
And I'm Doron. You can follow me at LoveRon, LOVE_Ron. Peace and love, everybody. And that's Adulting the Podcast.
In the oven, but words is dripping off the tongue.
Okay.
Like, who's that? What are you talking about? It's Talib Kweli.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No.
I was like,
And
I've heard
Kanye
that
West.
song before. Damn, 43 minutes. Hey, me.